Hello everyone, welcome. It's Meredith. I am here with our weekend reading for Friday the 5th of October through Sunday the 7th of October 2018. We are using the Everyday Witch Tarot today, and I want to remind you that your October monthly readings are up on the channel, so check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and also the week ahead will be linked at the end of this video too, time-stamped for you, so check that out. And let's see what's going to go on, or what energies we're navigating in our weekend. We start with the Six of Pentacles. So this is the theme that's running through the weekend, which is pretty sweet. It's harmony in giving and receiving. In practical affairs, this is about property or inheritance. So for some of you, there may be discussions about that, or you may actually be in the process of either buying property or passing property on. But in spiritually speaking, there's acceptance and grace on this card, and there's also being rewarded in the now from past experience or past efforts. So this is definitely a manifestation card. So something that you put a lot of heart and soul into in your past is blossoming in the now. So that's great. So through the weekend you may see some or have some surprise and delights from your long-term manifestations. Let's see what our first card is. Ooh, Two of Cups. I love this card. You know I love this card. I say it every time I turn it over. This card to me is just as potent, maybe a little bit more potent than the Lovers. Anyway, this is love and partnerships. This can be connected to career and how we are of service, so there could be some connection there. Specifically, though, I feel there's a lot of passion and adventure on this card. It speaks to a potential new relationship, but of course, you know, there are those of us who have rekindled relationships recently, so there could be a new energy there, or long-term relationships, again, a new connection and bond there as well. It does feel strong to me that it's leaning into new relationship, though. So the energies that come with it, though, are oh my gosh, I can't find my words right now. Oh, goodness. Heightened awareness of our intuitive gifts. That's what I want to say. There's bliss. There's harmony. There's deep peace. It's a strengthening commitment on this card. There's reciprocity on this card, which goes so favorably with our Six of Pentacles. It's a deepening of love, and that's in process. It's happening now. So we may not see the evidence of it in the now moment, but it's there. It's unfolding. I'm just checking with my guides to see if there's more they want to say here. No, we'll leave that there, see what comes with it. Next card, King of Pentacles. I love him on this card. He's holding this cake. It's like, yeah, I've got my cake and I'm eating it too. And why wouldn't you? Why do we always say you can't have your cake and eat it too? If I got cake, I'm eating it. Anyway, King of Pentacles. He's great. What a good energy to have with these other two cards. You know, the Kings and Queens, they bring us self-mastery, or they shine a light on our self-mastery. They do bring structure and order. Excuse me, I'm having trouble speaking today. Bear with me. The Kings and Queens bring structure and order to circumstances. The King of Wands is all about generosity. So again, we have another connection here with the Six. And he's about property too. The pentacles are very earthy. They have a lot to do with our abundance. They do have a heavy influence on our finances as well. There's success energy around this guy too. So whatever we put our hands on, it can be very successful for us. Also backed up by the 6. So it feels to me like an auspicious weekend. And when you throw the 2 of Cups in here, this tells me that a lot of positive, forward-moving, deeper committed, bonded energy is taking shape in our weekend. That's lovely. Another thing about this particular king, he has a long vision. So he takes action in the now, and he takes the kind of action that continues to pay off for him. So there's yet another connection to our 6 over here, where something that we we're putting our attention and focus and heart and soul and love on in our past is blossoming in the now, and which is beautiful and exciting, and we're going to be really happy about that. And this king is here telling us that we're still doing that. So what we can't see in the now is taking shape, 2 of Cups, and it's going to pay long-term dividends to us. We'll put it that way. So this works for us. This strategy works for us. Let's keep it going. This king, I feel, he's so passionate and fiery, and he's got so much mastery because he is, as the tarot would put it, battle-tested. So he's not a novice. He knows exactly what he's doing, and he also knows how to enjoy the sweetness of life. And I feel strongly that that's what's going on in our weekend. For some of us, I want to say that it might not be tangible, or it may not be blatantly obvious in the now moment, but if you pay attention if you pay attention through your heart space, you'll feel this. You'll feel this energy of things deepening, expanding, heightening. And so stay connected to that. Next card is the World. Well, the World is a completion card. It's it's the last card in the major arcana, and it's a cycle of fulfillment. So this continues the message of the 6, the King, and now on the World. This is completion. It's more success. So we've got 3 success cards down. There's reward. There's joy. It's one of the most positive of the major arcana cards, and it's a perfect balance. It's a balance between opposing energies. That's what my guides are just saying to me. I need to understand that better. They're simply saying it's acceptance, graceful harmony, witnessing the cycle of experience, staying connected to that. Okay. There's peace on this card, triumph, there's joy and happiness and dedication. I feel so intuitive about how what these cards are talking about may not be exactly tangible, that something we can put our hands on, or that we can know with every fiber of our being right now. This is a reading for me about trust and faith, and knowing that as we have participated in this process of co-creation with the unified field of all that is, we've seen it work, and we're being asked to have more faith and more trust so that it continues to work for us, so we see continued fulfillment. All right, next card. Yeah, 7 of Pentacles. Certainly that speaks to the process that I was just mentioning. So oftentimes when we see this 7, there some of us are feeling like, wow, I have been so long in this experience, I don't know if I can take it anymore. But you don't stand out in your flower garden and scream at the roses to bloom, right? You just accept that they will bloom in their own right time, and that's what the Seven of Pentacles has to say to us. Everything in its own right time, and staying connected in a loving way to that process, keeping it in our focus in a soft way. It doesn't have to be this frustrating, oh my gosh, I can't wait anymore. It's really leaning into our trust and our faith. So sevens are also in tarot, heaven touching earth. So if you look, you've got the Two of Cups here. And this, for many of us, represents heaven on earth, being connected to our beloveds and sharing togetherness with them. And there's no time, and there's no pressure, there's no stress. The quiet of everyday life is just descended upon this scene, and that feels heavenly to us. And it represents how we feel also as all of our manifestation goals, dreams, and plans come to fruition, and we maintain that cycle of give and receive in it. Next card, Knight of Wands. So we have the King and the Knight of Wands. There's progress here. This is movement. This is spiritual development. All knights deliver proposals and messages. So here we have, with this knight, we have ambition. We have conscious illumination. We're feeling free in our harmony of our unfolding experience. Beautiful. For some people specifically, we come back to the property message that's on the 6 and this King. Some of us are actually moving house or starting to look for a new house, buying a house. We're selling one. There's that too. So there's definitely some property and some financial experiences unfolding. I feel like there's news about that because we have a knight here, so we have news coming in about property for some of us. Feels very positive. And for some others still there's travel. And I keep coming back to the financial aspect. There's like good financial news in the weekend. There's some development. So we're not seeing it, we're not expecting it, but we're having faith and trust for it because, I mean, look, we're sitting on the beach letting the wind play with our hair and blow our hats off. So bad things don't happen then. Just surprises and delights, right? Next card, Nine of Pentacles. Yes, this feels like the outcome. I love this card too. I say it every time. This woman is so serene and graceful. She's got it going on. She's independent. She's a self-made woman, self-made person, and she's generous. Hello, 6. Hello, King. She's generous. She loves to share what she's got. She'll do it all day long. She knows herself really well. She knows how to say yes. She knows how to say no. And underneath this serene and composed, sweet-looking person, there's a wild streak. She's not afraid to let that out either, and I love that about her. So this is an interesting weekend. There's developments going on within our beloved relationships. Things are deepening, expanding, and feeling connected, and like a real bond is forming. And it doesn't matter what stage of relationship you're in either, whether it's new, existing, rekindling. There is some sort of heightening going on, expansion going on. We have good financial news this weekend. We have good property news this weekend as well. We're feeling free, unleashed, liberated, excited, happy, generous, very graceful in the reciprocity of all things as they unfold. That's an awesome reading. That's a great weekend unfolding. Okay, I'm going to move on. We're going to go to our angel answer cards. This is your opportunity, as you know, to ask a question. So you do that while I shuffle. Ooh, first card, big happy changes. Ooh, yes, that's wonderful. And my feeling here is they're big happy changes that we were not expecting. They are better than we were expecting. So stay connected in your heart space to faith, trust, truth. Let the wind play in your hair and blow your hats off. Go do that with your beloved. Okay, next card. And also have faith and trust that if you're not seeing that in this now moment, or even in the potential oncoming moments, have faith and trust that it is in development for you. Next card. Ooh. Yeah, I love this card too. I'm going to put it with the 9 of Pentacles a year from now. And I tell you, every time we turn this card over, it flies out of the deck. It feels like an unfinished sentence. A year from now, you won't even recognize your life. It will have changed and expanded in a way you didn't anticipate, and for the better. And that's what this king is looking at. He knows this. He has so much life experience, self-mastery. He's so battle-tested. He understands that whatever challenge is in front of him, he can overcome it while he eats his cake and create the highest and greatest outcome for himself. So a year from now, when you look back on this time, you'll be standing there saying, wow, that's my feeling. Okay, next card. Yeah. It feels to me like a whole new cycle of experience is beginning because of that World card. The king is here telling us we've got more experience than we even realize. And maybe we haven't been relying on it as much as we could. And the world is turning in our favor. Things are cycling out. We're feeling more stable. We're feeling more present. We're boldly, bravely, authentically sharing who we are. We're removing old filters. We're getting rid of old filters of embarrassment for just being ourselves. Think for a moment how many times you've kept your mouth shut when you really wanted to say something, but you didn't because you didn't want to make other people uncomfortable. This is something, it's a filter that's falling away for us. This is how you get to the 9 of Pentacles. That's how you get to the king. You just say and speak what's on your mind and share who you are genuinely. And that is a gift every time. And it broadens our horizons, and we feel that freedom and the liberation that this night brings us into the reading. And it does feel like blowing your hat off in the wind. You're unleashed. Be unleashed. The king and the knight bring the passion for that to this reading. So does that 9. You know, here we have this bold knight, and we've got a dragon, we've got a wand that's lit, you know, we've got this king that's so comfortable in his own self, and then we have this serene looking graceful lady over here who in a moment's notice will hop on that dragon and go for a ride. Do that. Okay, next card. Here it is. Don't stop. The king wouldn't, the knight wouldn't, the 9 wouldn't, the world doesn't, ever. So don't quit. Don't quit. Just keep going. Boldly, bravely, with passion. Okay, let's do our affirmation card for the weekend. We're going to use the new deck I've had out. It's Notes from the Universe on Love and Connection. We will just reach in and pick one out here. Beautiful. Look at this. You are destined for greatness on the wings of love. Yeah, hello, 2 of Cups. To clarify, the primary roles of love are not to heal, fix, or mend, not to soothe, cure, or ease, not even to refresh, rejuvenate, or restore. Hardly. The primary roles of love are to yahoo, yeehaw, and woohoo. Get your love on. Yeah, absolutely get your love on. I'll say it again. The 9, the king, the knight, the world. Yes, it's all about wahoo. I like that. What a good reading. I'm happy with that. Have a fantastic weekend, everyone. Leave some comments. Tell me what you're working on here. Excuse me. What's in development? What are you witnessing? What's your long-term goal? How is it blossoming? My love, peace, joy, and blessings to each and every one of you. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to book a private reading, you can do that in the description box below. I will link the week ahead and the October monthlies for you at the end of this video. Bye for now, everyone.